Alright, so a new month, a new tier list. Actually, I'm a bit late, like 2 weeks late. I should have done this like 2 weeks ago, but doesn't matter. In 2 weeks, we're getting a festival, which will shake up the tier list quite a bit, which is why I said I'm a bit late, but it's fine. I made some slight adjustments already. I moved around some characters. This is the PvP one. Some characters are still like probably should be moved. I just kind of forgot about them because, you know, a lot of times, you know, it's really hard to judge. Is the PvE one, depending on you know, matchups and circumstances. You feel like this character is actually better than it actually is, or worse than it actually is. But new characters. So we're going to be talking about these 3 new characters that have come out. But first, I want to make some slight adjustments to the PvE tier list because we got a new demonic beast. And as much as I haven't personally done floor 3, I will just raise up the 4 characters that are built to currently be able to do floor 3. Which already up here is Freyr. Freyr is one of the 4 characters. Trader Meliodas is one of the 4 characters. Where is the DN is one of the 4 characters. So these 3, and then the last component, and one that honestly you cannot tell me you saw it coming, because if you do, you'd just be lying. I should have looked up where she was before. Give me a second. Oh, there she is. Red Liz. No, you cannot tell me you saw this coming. This is the combination of 4 characters. The only, so far, that I've seen at least, combination that can actually beat floor 3 of the new demonic beast. And, you know, maybe one day I'll also give it a shot. But honestly, just knowing that in like 2 or 3 months, they're going to make a character like Tonar or, you know, Megalda or Jormungandr, they'll make the new beast a joke. It's really hard for me to actually care, to struggle. You know what I mean? We've been through the same, thing, like, this is the 4th time we have this happen, where they drop a beast and say, oh, it's super hard. And then, oh no, a character comes out that's made for it and makes it a joke. Would you look at that? Yeah, really hard to want to really struggle right now, knowing that a Tonar or a Jormungandr is going to come out in like 2 months. But I actually want to move down. I feel like right now for fast clears on Deer, you're not really using her anymore. Deer itself is like Deer and Bird are like now like useless because they don't get new relics anymore apparently. But in general, if you're still doing like fast clears, I'll put that down. So let's go back to PvP and rank the new characters. These 3 characters, now that I'm looking at them, is like kind of funny. All 3 of them are the same character. And hear me out. In a way, all 3 of these characters are meant to be used in a specific team with very specific characters, and it's all a team that's half-baked. It's a team that has like 1 good character in it, but that's about it. So the character itself can only be so good. The character can only be so good as the team is. And if the team is not very good, then the character isn't. All 3 of these characters share the same thing. So for Mono, I've seen her do some good numbers. I will put her down here. Like, I think if she gets like 1 more good catastrophe, so I put down Lilia as well, because catastrophe characters, I think for them to like go back and become relevant again, they need like 1 more character, 1 more like really good catastrophe, and the team would actually be pretty good, because then you'd run like these 2 in the front, and then you'd run the Easton in the back to take off ultimate gauge when they get killed, and they're all humans, so it works. It just needs like 1 person to like apply the debuffs so that Lilia can maximize her passive. That also counts as a catastrophe so that Mono gets a full passive. And also is someone that will actually lift their own weight. Unlike, for example, Kyo, like sure, I can use Kyo, but Kyo doesn't lift his own weight anymore. He's just providing the debuffs and not doing anything else other than that. He's just a dead weight when it comes to his cards. So, catastrophes, they are like so close to being good, but they can't be because of the reasons I just said. And same goes for Freya. Freya needs to be in a Ragnarok team. Now you can say, oh, you know, it doesn't need to, just 7% per... Bro, it needs to. Like, the difference between having her with full Ragnarok characters, which are all giving her stuff, and not, is significant. So when it comes down to PvP, Freya is in the same spot as Mono. She is only as good as her team, and her team is not meta. So when Freya gets one more good Ragnarok character, it's the same story. These characters are the same. These are... King is the same story. He needs one good fairy. There's already a good fairy. Where is she? Boom. There she is. She's a good fairy, and she combos well. But there's no third. There's no third. I mean, King also needs a fourth, right? These Freya and Mono are like closer to a full team than King is. But like, Gold Armor Glocks Festival comes out, this King would be nuts. Like, the damage he can like dish out is kind of crazy. But guess what? We don't know when that's gonna happen, or if it's gonna happen ever, right? So he's in limbo. Like, these characters in a weird limbo of, like, they're really good, but they're very specific, so they're not really good. It's so strange. Freya can dish out some big numbers. Mono can dish out some big numbers. King can dish out some big numbers, but they're not doing enough to compete with, like, Melly, for example. Like, these characters up here are the characters that, in my opinion, either are support for teams that can compete with Melly, or are characters that can, in fact, compete with Melly. That's why they are here. Anything that's below is because they can't. Actually, I'm going to put down you. No one's running. No one, like, seriously, like, actually running Helen Guff anymore. But, you know, he's also still pretty good. Like, that's my qualification now for being a meta character. Are you going alongside Melly / can compete with Melly? Okay. Like, you're not going to win every time, but can you win sometimes? Alright, that's good enough for me. Like, these characters under here struggle. I mean, Ban, on, like, the Ascari team can, but you'd need, like, someone to not be very smart. That's my evaluation. I kind of want to put Liz up from, like, my video I recorded yesterday, but I know I need to do some more testing for that. Liz, you know, she's a character that goes well with Melly and performs super well, but I would need to actually, like, play with her more. King got his relic recently, but I can't, like, in good conscience put him, like, up here. I think there is a time and place where, like, King can really, really shine in, like, a lot of matches, but it's not consistent enough, I don't think. But yeah, this King right here, the new King, also, like, he needs, like, gold armor Glocks, something like that, and he would actually be pretty good. The damage that he dishes out is really good, but he doesn't do enough. Like, the damage, that's all he does, is just damage. And these days, you can't just do damage. You need to do damage plus something significant as well, right? So that's, I mean, but they're still good. It's like, they're still good units. They're just not enough. They're not good enough. So for PvE, I mean, Mono is... I don't know if I want to say she's garbage. I don't think she's garbage, because in a way, I can see her doing some fast clear. No. She can go here with Philo, right? Like, she's a hard hitter. Freya's a weird one, because, like, she does the fastest completion dog team, so I kind of want to put her here. It's crazy. Like, she is such a wrong unit. She released on a time slot that should have been the character made to aid on the new demonic beast, and I'm not sure if they didn't do that because they deemed that Freyr was already good enough, and they didn't need to make a new unit. Hopefully Freyr gets a relic soon that, like, helps out with the new beast, but Freya doesn't work on the new beast, but she is, like, so good for dogs. Like, again, my Freya now is 4-6, but at 3-6, she was, like, one-shotting the phases. Like, I was doing a full dog completion in less than 10 minutes. It's like, I can't put her under demonic beast battle killers. Like, it's just just how fast she beats dogs. I can't put her under. But at the same time, it feels wrong. It just feels wrong. King just kind of sucks. I mean, yeah. It feels bad putting him down here when I put Mono a tier above, given they're so similar. But King does like poison and like weak point. Like, these are not good cards for PvE. Like, this is good for Abyss is good for PvE, but there are like other Abyss characters already. And then I'll put him above. Like, he can hit hard. That's about it. So can't wait for the new festival to come out. Hopefully shake up. If the new festival is someone that can actually shake up the meta, I'll delete the broken tier and just max it together, like blend it in more together. But as is, the imbalance in PvP is crazy. Crazy. Like, the PvP is, I think, the most unbalanced it's ever been. Even if you compare to like when Bond was meta or when Goddess Liz was meta, like okay, maybe not Goddess Liz. Goddess Liz was like probably the worst meta ever. But the power imbalance right now is insane. So hopefully the next festival character can shake it up. It doesn't have to be an OP character, just someone that can compete and can make players use different teams to lead into different team compositions being used to counter those new teams. That's all we need. And then maybe we can shake this up a little bit more.